Hey, welcome to Case by Case Divorce. If you're new to the channel, I'm here to provide you with all the information and validation you need to survive and conquer your narcissistic divorce. Please like, subscribe, or share this information with people you think it will help. Today's video is all about gaslighting and how it shows up in divorce. Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse that's, just like all abuse, is intended to devalue and discredit the victim so that the perpetrator has more control. Gaslighting is all about confusing its victim and making it so that you doubt your reality. Gaslighting can be out and out lying. Person says XYZ, you said, hey, you said XYZ, and they're like, no, I didn't. I said ABC. That's a gaslight. Another form of gaslighting that happens commonly in divorce is for the perpetrator to be coming after you very aggressively, either through legal action, in mediation, a series of emails, verbal assaults, but then switching at the next minute so that they're saying nice things, they're inviting you to go out, they're encouraging you to make deals or share more than you would otherwise do. This is gaslighting. Gaslighting switches the focus of the conversation from the perpetrator's behavior or choices to your reaction about those behaviors or choices. So an example is, there's a parenting schedule set up. Let's say the father in this example is going to have the kids every Saturday, and then suddenly he's just not available this Saturday. So if you're unwilling to switch your whole schedule around to accommodate this last minute request, suddenly you're the reason that there's a problem. The father will be blaming you and saying, why can't you be more flexible? You never take the kids' best interest into consideration. You're being impossible. Why do you make this so hard? I'm going to take you to court for this. And they're the ones who are switching the schedule. But the focus is taken off that, and instead it's put on you. So that's a gaslight. Anytime you're being told that you're too sensitive, you're making too much out of something, you're being impossible, you're being unreasonable, or just no, that didn't happen that way, you must be remembering it wrong, or you always make such a big deal out of everything, or you're not taking the kid's best interest into consideration, or why is everything always about you, or you're not supporting me, you can't take a joke, or no one's going to believe you, I'm going to take this to the courts and I'm going to win, custody or a settlement or whatever. These are all very predictable gaslight techniques that are commonly used by emotionally abusive people and narcissists. Another really common example of gaslighting in divorce is when the kids are unhappy at the other parent's house, and instead of taking responsibility and accountability for the reasons why the kids are unhappy, they're gonna blame you. So if the kids are coming home from the other parent's house unhappy, or they're telling the other parent they're unhappy, or there's counselors involved or anything like that saying, hey, the kids aren't so happy at your house, the abuser's not going to say like, oh my gosh, what can I do to change how it is for the kids? How can I help this situation get better? No, they're going to blame you. They're going to say you're alienating the kids. They're going to say you're over nurturing, that you're coaching them, that you're lying to them and telling them not to like the other parent. The list goes on, and this is just another big gaslight. Unfortunately, this theme of gaslighting is one that is contributed to and perpetuated by the legal system itself. It's so common for courts to just ignore abuse and instead blame the healthy parent for the healthy reactions of the children to these abusive situations. It's a terrible cycle, and it's one that you need to be aware of so that when this starts happening to you, you know what it is and you don't fall into the spiral of being confused or doubting yourself. The whole point of gaslighting is to make you doubt your reality and make you doubt yourself so that you're weak, you're victimized, you're confused, you're not able to make decisions, you look to other people for guidance, and it just makes you a great target in divorce for a narcissist. But by understanding what this is and how these dynamics work, you'll know what's happening, and you don't have to fall into these gaslighting tactics. If you're being aggressively pursued and threatened with court actions or mediations, and then your ex the next minute is playing Mr. Nice Guy, you're not crazy, you're being gaslit. The solution to gaslighting is going no contact or minimizing contact wherever possible. If you're sharing children with this person, you can't go no contact. You've got to set up a parallel parenting situation. And I have some great resources for that. I'll link to them down below in the description. But the important thing is, start setting up some boundaries and creating space between you and this person. They shouldn't be able to just be texting you or calling you whenever they want. You should have a separate email address. That's the only place they can contact you. I highly encourage you to think about getting lawyers involved. Certainly if your ex has a lawyer and if documents have been filed, you need to lawyer up. It's time. And seek out some kind of support or counseling around this, because if this is happening now, it's very likely that this happened for your relationship with this person. And long-term exposure to gaslighting has crippling effects on a person's inner world, on your ability to trust yourself and to know what's going on. So you can begin your healing process by finding people or finding a counselor who can support you in learning to trust yourself, learning to believe in yourself, being able to make decisions for yourself, and knowing that what you think is going on is what's going on. And I hope that I've given you enough so that when these things happen to you, you can see them for what they are and not fall into the trap of self-doubt and lowered self-confidence. I don't know if you knew, but if you're not clicking like or subscribe or commenting down below, YouTube doesn't know that this is good stuff. So if you think that this is information that could be helping other people, help me get the message out by doing one of the things down below. And I really appreciate you sharing your time with me. Thanks so much. Take good care.